How's it going, Ball Understander community? It's been a while. We've been busy. But honestly, it's kind of good that we've waited a little bit to run this pod because there's been so much going on. And now that the dust is kind of settling, we can talk about really where things stand heading into awards, heading into the playoffs, heading into all of these different things. 65 game rule, when we made the video, our podcast before, wasn't really the biggest problem. Or it was, but people weren't really talking about it that much. And now, with all these other players, Ant, Cade, Luka, a bunch of people, I'm forgetting right now off the top of my head, are exempt. Not only that, the East has been absolutely insane. We'll touch on them. And then now the play-in race is basically set for the West. So we have a lot to talk about. The top seeds are set. And I guess we'll jump in. Obviously, we have our specialties. Blazers, and then Dylan, diehard Spurs fan. Let's start off talking about Dylan I want to hear your thoughts on, conceding the 1 seed pretty much. Does that move you or what?
No, I was never. I mean, the Thunder are still. People don't realize this, I think, because they were so good last year also. But the Thunder are like on, if not the same level as they were last year, and that was like a historically good team. Like they're like one of the best defenses that has ever been in the league. So the fact that we're 2 games behind them, I think is I was never really worried about catching them. Like staying at the 2 seed, I was happy with all season long. And the fact that we're going to end up possibly, 62-20 is the worst we can do, which is absolutely insane. And we're so far ahead of schedule. So they can have the 1 seed. It's not that big a deal. What I'm more interested about in the West, actually, is the Lakers and how they ended up being the easiest matchup.
Yeah. So the Lakers losing Reeves and Luka, literally no idea when they're going to come back. Does anybody have an idea?
No, Luka was going to Europe to try to get something figured out.
I did see that.
There's no way he's going to be back for the playoffs. That just won't happen. If he does, that's really stupid.
The only thing I've seen is we have. I always like to look at like what's happened in the past and like the similar situation. What we have seen, I think it was 2 years ago, OG Anunoby, same injury, horse tranquilizer pregame, plays 9 minutes, is done. That's what we saw before. Then there was one more time, Aaron Gordon, same injury, last year, played on it.
Hamstring, right?
Yeah, grade 2. He played on it for a game 7. Mm-hmm. And, he looked terrible, but he was out there. And I don't know if Luka can play on that. You know what I mean?
I don't think he can. And especially with the way that he plays, just because he needs those, like that lateral movement is so huge for him. And
everything's so huge. He needs the ball.
Yeah.
You need, when you have the ball. And then with Reeves, he has the oblique injury, right? Is that what it was?
I think so, yeah.
So oblique could be, we saw Paolo, he tore his oblique. He missed 2 months, 3 months, whatever.
I don't, there's no way he's coming back.
Did he tear it? Or strained it?
No. You are right, it's an oblique. I don't know what he did to it.
Yeah, but like you said, it's Braun, I guess Braun and friends for one last run.
Yeah. And it's just there's no way.
So I know we had talked a lot about Rockets being a first round exit. I was one of the biggest advocates for that.
Yeah.
Now against the Lakers,
they just got a free pass.
You think it's a free pass?
Yeah.
Not even close?
I don't think so. LeBron might steal 1 game, but
it's LeBron though. It's hard for me to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Was he 41?
Yeah, it's hard. Did you see what he did tonight though?
Yeah, he was. He had a good game tonight. I actually watched the end of
that. Rockets getting a free pass kind of hurts because they're not good. So it sucks to see it, and then that means the oh wait,
it'll be Spurs.
That's
Rockets.
That's the 4-5 matchup. So they'll play the 1 seed. So they'll play the Thunder. That means the Thunder get a free pass.
Yeah. God damn, dude.
So the Thunder don't really play anybody until the conference finals,
which would be likely Spurs, Nuggets, Wolves.
Spurs or Nuggets, because the Spurs Nuggets is probably going to be the second round.
Yeah.
Depending on Timberwolves Nuggets.
That'll
but-
be a really good series too, especially after what we saw the other day.
Bro, Timberwolves Nuggets. Bro, the Nuggets. Okay, touch on the Nuggets. They have to be the most unlucky playoff bracket team ever. They had one good run or one lucky bracket, and that was when they won the championship. They played the 8 seed, and then they played the 4 seed or 5 seed Suns. I don't remember what seed. And then they played the conference finals against I can't remember, the Lakers, the 7 seed Lakers. So they went 8, 5, 7, and then 8 in the finals. The Heat were the 8th seed. So it was like the one lucky run they did. They win the chip. And then last year, first round they played the Clippers, 7-game series, insane. And then they play the Thunder.
Yeah.
And then the year before that they played I remember they lost to the Timberwolves.
Right. Yep. Second round.
And it's like, dude, they just can't catch a break. And now it's happening again. They're playing the Wolves in the first round.
Yeah.
Who do you got? Because I don't know.
I got Nuggets right now. They're hot. They've been struggling. Like the last time that we were on the pod, we talked about how they were struggling. They're on an 11-game win streak right now.
Turned it around.
They've been playing really, really well. I think part of that is they're getting healthy, but part of it is they're just starting to get into form. I mean, like they've been healthy at stretches, but I don't think they've been healthy enough to really get the momentum
Never.
rolling.
No.
So I mean, the fact that they've gotten healthy, they've really pulled away.
Yeah,
the Lakers dropping helped too.
Yeah, and Jamal and Yoke. I mean, I don't see that series. If the Nuggets lose in the first round, I don't see it going lower than 7. Like
No,
they
I don't-
every single time they lose is 7 games. So
Yeah, I think Nuggets got that one. I feel pretty confident in that
So
one.
then, yeah, I think Thunder versus either those 4 play-in teams. I don't think it matters. I think
No.
they're going to win no matter what. And then you got Spurs versus those 4 play-in teams. I think that they'll win their first round series. And then so you're looking at like a Spurs, Nuggets,
Spurs,
Thunder.
Nuggets, and then
Thunder Rockets. We can kind of already see the second round with this
Yeah,
seeding.
I agree. Just the way
So
things
it's like-
played out.
Yeah, so we already kind of have a semifinals, which is Spurs, Nuggets,
Yeah.
Rockets.
I'd say
Thunder.
the only slight wild card would be the Wolves. I think there's a possibility they could just get hot for 6 games, whatever, 7 games. They've also been dealing with a little bit of injuries, but I would imagine by playoffs they'll be fully healthy.
Ant played tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah,
He didn't play. I mean, like the best game ever. I think he only played 27 minutes in a close game. He had 4 turnovers, 4 fouls. He still shot 50% from the field. But they beat the Rockets tonight.
Yeah.
Like the Rockets are bad.
I know.
Like this is bad. You had a men drop 41, Katie dropped 33. You only had 12 turnovers, but see, this is really weird for me because watching the Blazers every single game, we take so many threes. We take I think some of the most threes taken in the league. I think we're top 5, and we don't make a lot, but we take so many threes.
Yeah.
But the Rockets only took 18 threes
yeah.
tonight.
They don't. They're just paint presence.
And it's like you have KD on your team. You have Jabari Smith on your team. You have
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd getting minutes. And it's like you're not taking any. It just doesn't make sense to me. And, I didn't watch this game. And especially against a team like the Wolves with, they didn't have Gobert and they didn't have Randall. They didn't have Naz Reid. It's like that's
Wow.
a really bad loss.
I didn't realize that Gobert didn't play. That is a bad loss.
Yeah, or Julius Randle or Naz Reid.
And
They
Bones
didn't have-
Highland. Bones Highland has been playing really well recently
He
too.
he has been good. That's a bad. That's why I'm saying with the Lakers, Lakers Rockets. I don't really want to give the Lakers no hope. It's hard for me to give them hope, but
I think it's like
I just-
75-25. I just don't think the Lakers are good enough without.
I agree. But it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just because LeBron just gives me hope, even though he's 40. Bro, tonight 28, 6 and 12, 4 steals, 62% shooting. Oh my gosh,
Dude, that's about
bro.
the lamest 4-5 matchup we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty. Well, it's if the Lakers were full strength, that's a sweep.
It would be a little
like-
better, yeah.
No,
you
I
think
don't
it
think the
was
Rockets
sweep?
have any hope.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
really?
think. Dude, KD in the playoffs, man, it's not there. And so, I mean, Katie took 1-3 tonight.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not
what
great.
are we doing? Like,
Maybe
I just
that's
don't
why,
understand.
is because they didn't have Randall, Gobert, and Reed, so they were just like, we're going to attack the paint. And that was their game plan.
Maybe that was their game, yeah. And I mean, they shot 60% from the field and still lost.
So, wow.
So, I mean, the Wolves were 50% from three, but I mean, they only took 30 of them. So, I mean, it gets to a point where you got to step up, you know? Terrence Shannon Jr. can't be making 5 threes. It's just like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about, I want to talk about the West play-in a little bit.
Okay.
Obviously, really excited about the West play-in, but you know, we're gonna have the 7 most likely. I mean, unless the Blazers somehow lose to the tanking Kings on Sunday, which I feel like that's a free win. If that happens, then 7-8 will be Suns Blazers, and 9-10 will be Clippers Warriors. I want to hear your thoughts on the 9-10 game.
I think Clippers win that. I get Curry's back, and it's Curry, but that he's really your only weapon. So like you can just stick Kawhi on Curry and just torture him that whole time, and he's still going to score because it's Curry. But I think Kawhi on a one-on-one matchup like that with no other options for Curry, I think the Clippers would win that.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it is one game, so
Yeah.
The one game thing makes me scared for a Warriors. I do agree. I do think the
Warriors
Clippers
could
are a
just
better
go
team, but
crazy. Like you never know. That's what the plan is.
right. So like, yeah, I do think the Clippers are a better team. With Curry, you know, he could go for 40 on a random night. Just he's not missing threes, and then it's GG. He is like, it's like ankle injury right now, like a knee injury. He like hurt his ankle tonight against the Kings.
Oh, damn.
Something like tweaked it. I don't know. The injuries are a little sus for me for the Warriors. So I actually agree. Looking at this, I do think the Clippers would win. They just have a bunch of you know, Darius Garland is a tough
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, he's been hooping.
And so I think Darius Garland, Kawhi can you know, it's in LA. I think that they can win that game.
Yeah.
And then for the 7-8 game, Suns Blazers, I think that this will be a good game. It's going to be in Phoenix. Whenever the Suns and the Blazers, I think the Suns are 3-1 against us
This year.
and yeah, this year. And the one win we had against them, they didn't have Booker. And the one of the losses we had against them, Colin Gillespie had 35 or something on like 9 threes. Like he went off.
He's gotten hot a few times.
Yeah, so I'm a little worried about this one. I do think there is a world where we do win the game. We have to play the way that we played against Kawhi on Booker. That's what we're gonna have to do. Which is we were doubling. Like Kawhi had a decent game tonight, but it really wasn't anything special. And it's because we were double teaming him. We were switching. We had Drew on him, then we'd have Tumani on him, then we'd have Chris Murray on. We're just like showing all these coverages on him. That's what we're gonna have to do to Book.
So you're gonna
But
live and die by Dylan Brooks, basically.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, not live and die, because like technically, you know, if Tumani's on Kawhi, then Drew will be on Dylan Brooks, or you know, vice versa. We have so many
True,
different
yeah.
defenders.
But you were talking about the switches and
Yeah, like the double teams.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see. But I think either way, the winner of that game doesn't really matter, because I think the loser of that game will beat the 9-10 winner.
I could see that too.
So I think if the Blazers beat the Suns, I think the Suns will beat the Clippers or Warriors, and I think if the Suns beat the Blazers will beat the Clippers or Warriors, because that's a
Yeah.
home game.
I agree.
So
Well, and I think I mean we just saw the game tonight. Y'all are a good matchup against the Clippers. So
Yeah.
I think that would work out. So I
okay,
have
so
to
now
agree with you.
let's jump to the East.
All right.
So what are your
We're breaking
immediate
ground
thoughts
here.
Yeah.
We're talking about the East.
What are your immediate thoughts looking at just top 10? I mean, it's a bloodbath over there, but what teams stand out to you? What teams are you not worried about?
Celtics, Knicks, and Pistons to me are the three that are a little separated from everybody else. I think if you were to split it into four tiers, I'd say Pistons, Celtics, Knicks are the top. Cavs, Hawks are basically right next to each other. I think they're pretty similar. They've had some good matchups the last 2 days too. And then it's kind of Raptors, Magic, Sixers from there.
You're not putting the Hornets up there?
I am, but on like kind of like a Cinderella. Like they're kind of their own category. Like
Okay.
I just can't pick them because like when they're hot, they're insanely good. I don't know if I trust that in a playoff atmosphere. They shoot a lot of threes. If those aren't going in, they're a little suspect, I think. So I don't know. They don't have playoff experience or a ton of playoff experience similar to what the Spurs are, but I just think the Spurs are a little bit better built. I think the Hornets are still just growing a little bit.
You're not moved by like their margin of victory stat?
I'm moved a little bit. That's why I'm saying I kind of have them in a Cinderella run. Like this could be what the Heat was. Was that 2-3 years ago with Jimmy Butler?
Yeah,
it could be
I
that.
mean, I don't know. That Jimmy Butler team was pretty bad. So I'm surprised they made the finals. Like that was crazy. But yeah, I'm looking at it. I think, in my opinion, it's Pistons Celtics in their own tier. I'm not going to put the Knicks in there. Just not moved by them.
I just think they're a wild card. I think they have high highs and low lows. So
right, I agree. Yeah,
when they're playing well, I think they can beat most of the teams in the East, if not any team in the East. When they're playing bad, they can lose to any team that'll be in the playoffs. So
I just don't trust a team led by a small guard. Just don't trust it, especially Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Worst defender in the league statistically, and Cat never been a good defender. And I get they have Mikal and Hart and Robinson and OG Anunoby, all these guys around him, but it's like we've seen this team in the playoffs now for I think this is going to be the third year, and I don't know. I mean, it's just for me, it's just I don't see it. It's really not enough to me. Or I guess it's the second year because before they didn't have Cat, but this last year in the playoffs they looked great against the Celtics. They beat the Celtics. Tatum goes down. I still think they would have won that series, but the Pacers just
good games.
Yeah, the Pacers just kind of shit on them. Like the Pacers took the first two games in New York, went up 3-1. When you're going into a game 6 away and you have to clinch, it's really hard to do that. Or game 5. And so the Pacers lose that one and then win in 6. But it's like to me, it really was never a fight.
Yeah.
And that first game was with the step back Halliburton. But like the Knicks, it's like for me, they have a 0% chance of winning the championship. You're going to get to the finals, and let's say they do somehow get to the finals, and you're going to play the Thunder, like you're cooked.
No. I'm talking about strictly getting out of the East.
No, I know you're just ranking East, but like for me, I think the Pistons and the Celtics are kind of in their own tier, and I actually think the Celtics might be the best team in the East.
I think they are.
I've
thought that for a minute now. No disrespect to Pistons and the Cade. Cade, but they don't have a second scorer. Like and that's how we beat them twice this year. Is we stuck Castle on him, and Castle played good defense that night on him, and they just couldn't score anywhere else. Like Jalen Duren is a great player, but he's not going to give you ISO possessions and score every time. Like
he's a paint creator.
Yeah, he's going to need somebody to get him the ball there, and Jenkins has been doing well since Cade has come out, but it's. Even when Cade comes back, I don't think Jenkins is good enough to be that second creator for them to really make noise.
I 100% agree. Yeah, I think I was really high on the Pistons. I still am high on them. I think that they could make the conference finals. I think that they could maybe even make the finals. I don't think they have any chance at winning, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put the Celtics and the Pistons kind of in that tier, and then in my second tier, I would put Knicks and Cavs. And I have no faith in either team, but since it's the East, I kind of, I'm going to group them ahead of the rest.
No Hawks.
I would put no Hawks. I would put the Hawks in the same tier as the Raptors and the Magic and the Hornets. Okay. Because I think that all of those teams kind of remind me of the same team. They have like one, except for the Hornets, they have like one really good player like Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Paolo. And, they're weak on one end. The Raptors, I guess the Raptors are kind of iffy on both ends, but like the Magic are pretty iffy on offense, and the Hawks are pretty iffy on defense.
Yep.
So it's like, they're really just non-factors at the end of the day. Great, great players, teams that have potential. I think the Hawks could be really, really good next year.
Yeah, they really could. They just got to fix
and
the
then-
defense.
Yeah, the defense. I mean, I don't even know how you really fix that. It's weird. You have Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's like,
I think it's just their paint. Like their paint presence just. I mean, who's their starting center?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Yeah. I mean, he's coming off the bench in a lot of teams in this league.
It's very true. It's very true. The Hornets, I don't know. I think that they could be a feisty first round team.
Yeah, I would not want to play them.
Yeah. I
mean,
wouldn't. Yeah.
That's going to be pretty miserable.
Especially if you're the Pistons. I
Yeah.
mean, like, that'd be cinema for us. But
Yeah,
like, if
that
you're a
would be
fan
sick.
of that, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think
I-
they would beat the Pistons, but I think that could be one of the things where you have like a really messy first round and you come out like bruised and battered, and then you
Absolutely.
face the second
Musa
round.
Diabate and Miles Bridges just in
Yeah.
there, like, throwing elbows all series. Could be rough.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the Heat in the last tier just because they're trash.
Yeah, I'm not moved by the Heat at all.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
are
so
maybe the worst defense. It's close.
yeah, which is weird because they've usually
Oh,
been.
no.
Yeah, they have the 22nd defense. They've usually been, the Heat have used to be this defensively powered
Right.
team.
Yeah, with Spo.
And then Spo, well, they just, like, I remember them going into the season, Spo, and everybody was like, the Heat are completely flipping their playbook. And I was like, what? And then, yeah, they basically just changed to a 7-second Suns Steve Nash offense where they just put up hella shots.
Yep.
So that's, yeah, touching on the Heat, I guess. I would say if I'm going to pick a dark horse for the East, I'm going to go with the Raptors to be a team that could sneakily maybe make like a conference finals or something. I would pick the Raptors. Who would you pick?
What are we calling dark horse? Like 4 and below, or 5 and below?
It could be any, yeah. It's like, at least it's not the top four.
Like
Yeah, we'll go 5 and below.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. The Hawks' offense is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is really bad.
I'm not saying like you're saying they will, just if you had to pick somebody. Go in your
I
head.
think I would pick the Hawks. They've played the Cavs pretty well the past 2 games. Those have been some really good games.
They have, yeah.
and they've
Nationally
been
televised,
really
one of them
hot
was.
since like January. So I think I would pick them.
I love that. Yeah, I think the Hawks could totally do something crazy with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I mean, he has a
Yeah.
bunch of playoff experience, and
Yep.
you have C.J. McCollum. He has a bunch of playoff experience. Kaminga as well. I mean, you got a good little run there, and so I think that could be a fun, feisty team. I'd love to see the Hawks upset the Cavs in the first round, and then maybe give the Pistons a fight.
It's a way better 4-5 matchup than
Oh, yeah.
what the West
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to talk about if we had potential finals. Do you see anybody beating the Thunder
In the finals, like out of the East?
in the final? Because I mean, for me, in my opinion, it's just the Thunder are going to make the finals.
Yeah. Well, I kind of think the Thunder are just going to win it all. I do think I'm not even trying to say this as a Spurs fan. I think Spurs and Nuggets are about the only hope. I don't really trust anybody. Maybe the Celtics. The Celtics could do something, but I think if OKC makes it to the finals, it's just kind of GG's.
If Tatum was fully healthy, this would be a whole
would
different
agree.
podcast.
I would agree.
He doesn't look the same. He looks hesitant. He looks worried. He looks
I think
like-
he looks good.
no.
not
He
great.
he's still great. He's still great. If he was who he is usually,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
this team would be the number 1 seed. Like, do you remember Celtics, like 2024 Celtics?
Yeah.
It's like the most
Yeah, they
dominant
were-
team. I remember they were
top of the
so good.
Yeah.
It was like that's how I feel like they would be this year. I don't see them beating the Thunder in 4 times
Yeah.
in 7 games.
And I don't
so.
see the Pistons doing it either.
or anybody else. So I think that I think I'm going to go into the playoffs official prediction being Thunder. just
Yeah, I kind of
championship.
agree, which is really lame, and I hate doing. But
If it's getting,
It-
I'm not
it
getting
feels
full
like there's-
flashbacks, but I'm
there's
getting
no other way.
I'm getting like half flashbacks to like mid 2010s, but I'm not getting full flashbacks, but just kind of half flashbacks of just picking the same team every year. But the thing about the Thunder is they also are getting blessed. You know, we talked about it. Like you're getting an 8 seed, which could be
yeah,
Blazers, Suns, Clippers, Warriors, and then you're getting the Rockets.
yeah, they're not going to get a real challenge till the conference finals.
Yeah, and I mean, you never know what once you get to the conference finals, you never know what the team's even going to look like. Like it could be Nuggets, no Aaron Gordon. It could be Spurs, no Castle. It could be like you never know. So, okay, now I actually have an interesting question. I'm going to list a player, and it's going to be from your team. You're going to tell me dropper or riser.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh, this is gonna this is gonna come back to me.
Dylan Harper. Or you could go neutral. You can say neutral.
Neutral.
Okay, sorry, I forgot to tell you could do that. That's unfair if you can't do that. Devin Vassell.
I'm gonna say dropper.
Champagny.
Neutral.
Keldon.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be like a low ceiling or sorry, high ceiling, low floor guy. Like he could have some nights where it's really bad, and then he could have some nights where it's really good.
Okay. Castle.
I'm gonna go first round drop. If we make it to the second round, riser. I think he's gonna need a little time.
And then Wemby.
Riser.
Okay, no doubts about Wemby.
No doubts about Wemby. He might have one
no
bad game,
doubts.
but he's gonna be good.
I thought you were going to say riser, but I'm a little worried about the physicality of the playoffs.
I'm not super worried about it. Like it's definitely going to be more. But I think teams have played us enough to know that they can't really beat us if they just send 5 people on Wemby. Like Fox is too good, and
He is
our
very
backcourt
good.
Is just too good to where if you want to send 3 bodies on Wemby, somebody's going to be open and they're going to make you pay.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do an East edition. Let's see. Let's go with this team. Con Kneppel.
Neutral.
Okay.
I think he'll stay about the same.
Brandon Miller.
Dropper, I think. I think a little bit of a dropper.
I can't wait to clip these.
I know.
LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to this in 2 weeks, and you'll be like, "This dude's an idiot."
LaMelo Ball.
I'm gonna say similar to the Castle one, where he is gonna need like 2 or 3 games to get up to speed.
Okay. Denny Avdia.
I knew you were gonna say that shit. He's gonna be I think he's gonna be neutral.
You don't have to sugarcoat it, bro. If you think he's gonna be a dropper.
I was actually gonna say a riser because he's just gonna fucking foul bait everything, but it's the
I love
playoffs, so
it.
they're not gonna do it as much. So I think he's gonna be pretty neutral.
I love the foul bait. He foul baits so much, by the
It's
way.
egregious.
As a Blazers fan, I know. I love it too. I'm
I mean,
like, get to your
why
foul
wouldn't
bait.
you?
Get to your foul
Yeah,
bait.
get to the line.
Okay, Klingon.
He'll be a neutral.
Kamara.
Riser, I think.
Sharp.
I'm not feeling great about Sharp. A little bit of a dropper.
Yeah, I agree. Scoot.
I'm not moved by Scoot Anderson.
You should be moved. You should be moved. Okay, that's all I got for you. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fun to see who's Who's a dropper? And
I'm
who's a
excited
riser?
for that too. These new teams that are coming in without a lot of experience is gonna be a lot of fun.
And now I want to hear what do you think about the 65 game rule?
I wanted to bring this up too. I know you think the rule is dumb on its own because you think that the voters should take into account the amount of games that are played anyways with voting. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's very obvious that Adam Silver does not trust the voters. That's what this rule means. Like, that's just what he's saying. So, if you don't trust them, fine. The threshold should not be 65, and it's ridiculous, and we've seen it this year, and everything that I've seen is saying that it's not going to change, and I think that's egregious. I think this is going to be a ridiculous All-NBA team. I mean, it's going to be so Mickey Mouse.
Gonna have Denny on the team, baby.
It's going to be so Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I get the idea of not wanting to load manage, but they're load managing anyways. Like,
Well, you know the players that he like made it about load managing like played 65 games.
yeah. So I think if you don't trust the voters, fine, but at least change the amount of games that's required.
Wait, Kawhi Leonard didn't play 65 games?
No. Because he missed a few games last week, right?
Oh wait, why does it say Wembanyama fell short? That's cap.
It's because the NBA Cup game counts as a game towards that, but it's
Yeah.
not an official game.
So okay, yeah. So wait, Chet? Why is Chet on this list? This list I just looked up is just incorrect. But yeah, so no Anthony Edwards, no Luka Doncic, no Cade Cunningham. 3 All-NBA first teamers. Pretty much. I mean, first or second teamers there.
Well, and you
So-
said it too in the group chat the other day. The minutes played is also just not taken into consideration at all. Like you said in the group chat that Luka has played more minutes than Wemby. And
So is LeBron. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Which Wemby's in the conversation, barely skirted by the way. He had a bruised rib and he had to play through it today in order to just
He played great.
and
but
he did
yeah.
play really good. But yeah, he had to play through it in order to get it. I mean, he never would have even touched the court if he didn't need to. So, I mean, if it works, cool, I guess. But it doesn't work because there's so much more bad than good. And, so back to the minutes thing. There's the fact that that's not into consideration at all. Like, Luka, like we just said, has played more minutes than Wemby. And he's off the team because he tears his hamstring or pops his hamstring, whatever he did, in the last 6 games of the season. Like, that's crazy. That there's no
Yeah.
way that should.
And for me, the most unethical one is the Cade
Yeah,
situation,
that's bad too.
where it's like the dude collapsed his lung.
Yeah,
And it's like this was made for load managing.
yeah,
And he is not load managing. He literally has a collapse lung. Like
cannot
you can die from that. And it's like that's what happened to him. He's missing games and now he can't be an all NBA first team, which I think was a guarantee.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
And
We would have
that-
been talking about him in the MVP race.
Yeah, and that's all NBA first team. You get bonuses.
Right,
It's an
yeah.
accolade for it's a legacy
Yeah.
thing. I mean, LeBron talked about it on his podcast. He was like, all NBA is like a legacy thing. Like, how many all NBAs do you have when talking about comparing careers? Like, 12 all NBAs, 11 all NBAs. It's like, that's a huge thing. And Cade deserved it this year and he's not going to get it.
Yeah.
Neither is Luka for the first
And
time
Anthony Edwards.
ever. And Anthony Edwards. I mean, Luka went rookie year and then first team,
Yeah.
and now he's not going to make a team. I don't think he made a team last year because of the injury stuff. But like obviously this year is a little different, like we discussed, and I just think it's
He played
disgusting.
this year. He played.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I just think it's disgusting to penalize players for getting injured.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
And going back to what you said about the not trusting the voters, I think that the rule was originally made because of load management. and he didn't want people load managing because it was a big problem. You had Kawhi load managing the entire season. You had Embiid load managing. You had LeBron, AD, all these guys load managing, and so that's kind of why I think he originally made it. But I do think it's kind of shifted away from that entirely.
I agree.
To not trusting the voters, like you said, and I didn't really think about that. But I mean, if you're an NBA voter and you can't make the decision that this guy played 50 games and this guy played 82 games, I'm going to weigh this differently when I vote, which is what I get paid for. It's my job. I watch basketball every single day. I study stats. If you can't do, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I also don't think it was that much of an issue, but because I mean, what was Kawhi last, or when was the year he load managed heavy? Was that last year?
No, he made All NBA, like, I don't know. It was like
that's-
the 22-23 season.
Okay,
The
that's
year
probably-
Embiid won the MVP.
Yeah, that's probably the one that really did him in, is because I do think that the voters were kind of like, okay, well, no, I don't even believe that. No, yeah, you're right.
It's just stupid.
It's just stupid.
If you're a voter, it's what you do for your whole career, and you can't be like, in 2019 we had this whole issue with the Rookie of the Year. Ja Morant wins Rookie of the Year. Zion gets some first place votes, playing 20 games, and you had people saying that Zion shouldn't have gotten these first place votes. It's like, well, this voter just thought that Zion in his 24 games deserved it. Like, he didn't win anyway. Like, why are we freaking out about this? Like,
Yeah.
Ja Morant still won Rookie of the Year. I think it should be the same thing. Like, if Cade plays 60, he's going to play like 64 games, 63
I
games.
think 63, 64.
Yeah, so he's going to play 63 games, and it's like, is that really the biggest diff? Like, it's just
Yeah,
so
in
stupid,
one game,
bro.
Is one game really the deciding factor?
It's just so stupid. Like, I don't even know what to
Collapsed
say.
lung.
It's just so stupid.
I
You have Wemby
honestly think
taking
the
court.
worst thing, like if you gave an experiment and everyone was like, oh, that was the year they tried to fix it and it didn't work, and you move on, that's one thing. The fact that from everything that I've read, they're not going to change it is, to me, the most.
I thought they were changing it next year.
I don't know. I haven't really seen anything.
I haven't seen anything about them doing that, but I just thought naturally that's what would happen.
What a smart person would think. But Adam Silver said he's sticking to it because he thinks that the load managing part worked, which I guess it did.
I don't think
But-
it did. People still load manage all the time.
They do, but it wasn't as egregious this year. And I will admit to that. The load managing worked. I'm just saying, the penalties of this rule outweigh the benefits like tenfold.
I have a perfect solution.
What's that?
You only get 8 or 9 load management games. If you go over that, you're ineligible for
Sure.
awards.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah. Because unless
that
you're
easy.
actually injured, and if you're actually injured, you need to, like, this is how the league works. If you're actually injured, you have to list it on the injury report, and then you have to have doctors go look at it, and it's this whole process, and it costs money for the team. It's this whole thing. When you list someone as injury management, you don't have to do any of that. They just sit on the
Right.
bench. It's no big deal. And so I guess you could also crack down on that, and people see.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to
this,
say is if you did that and somebody was suspected of, keeping a player like the Giannis situation, just investigate him and find the fuck out of him. You're already doing it anyways.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that that's the new solution. Is just you get 8 load management games, which is that's plenty. You get
Yeah.
8 load management games
Yeah.
for the season. If you go over that, you're done, and I mean that's fine with me. I think that's what the solution should be. You shouldn't be punishing players for being on the court and then getting hurt.
Yeah.
So I think that that's completely ridiculous,
And it's also,
I hope they get rid of it.
it's just a cycle because they're playing more, they're pushing through more injuries so they can get it, so then they're getting hurt more, and then that's hurting them more. So
Yeah,
it's-
there's a very good chance that Wemby. Let's just say that the Spurs were playing the Thunder tonight. Not gonna
Yeah,
name
what do you
names,
do?
but there's a player on the Thunder who is number 5, who is a dirty player and
Yeah.
might elbow Wemby in the ribs.
right. Yeah. Well,
and then he's done.
not as an extreme as an example, but before, like 2 weeks ago, before he got the bruised rib after the Nuggets game, we were like, oh, we're gonna get our get back last game of the season. We're playing the Nuggets again. Now we're not gonna play him. One, because he's not injured, or because of the bruised rib, but we played him against the Mavericks because we knew that we were going to sit him against the Nuggets because the Nuggets were going to play physical like that. And so now you have to worry about which teams are going to play physical just so you can meet a certain threshold, which is just load management in a different way. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing. Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. The whole 65 game rule. Because when I remember Dame about, I think it was 3 seasons ago, it used to be 58 games.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a problem. I just remember we had to play Dame an extra game or something so he would get to 58. But that's like, that, no one was complaining about the 58 game rule.
Yeah, I think somewhere, I don't remember what the actual number is. I think I read something where it was like it might be the 58 for the All NBA is like if you have to play that certain amount of game to get the bonus from it.
I think it's something like that. Yeah, I think it's
like
58.
That. Yeah, and I saw articles were like, why don't we just use that? There's no answer.
Adam Silver just is a terrible commissioner.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it, but he is cooking with some of the playoff matchups. Hopefully, I'm hoping for a Thunder Spurs conference finals. I think would be the most cinema, and then a Pistons Celtics conference finals probably.
Yeah,
would be the most
I think
cinema.
that's the best matchup. Yeah, that Nuggets Spurs is going to be really good too, especially after the way we played them last week.
The Nuggets are just such a wild card that I just don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I got one more. Should Embiid just hang it up?
Appendicitis, bro.
Appendicitis. He was in Houston. He had to get operated on in Houston.
I saw he got appendicitis, and he's out for the playoffs, obviously. Yeah. So,
dude, when we played him the other day, he was like limping around the field or around the court, like the whole game, and they kept playing him.
Yeah, you might be done.
I mean, he's not gonna be he's gonna keep trying, but gets to a point, man. Your body's obviously breaking down on you.
It's not, dude. He was cooking this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to see that. That's
no, it's really sad. It's actually,
that puts the Sixers in a terrible spot too because they just traded. I mean, they have Edgecombe, but are we really expecting Edgecombe?
Had a revival. He's been really good the last few weeks.
Dude, they got to test him again. No way Houston's
during the break.
No way. Dude, do you really trust the Edgecombe Maxi future? I don't.
The Edge Max future?
Because the Edge Max future. I don't trust it because you have 2 small guards.
Yeah.
You'll never win a championship unless you have Steph Curry. If you have 2 small guards as your best players, you'll just never win.
Yeah, I think they're a little too on ball, both of them too. Well, I mean, I guess VJ can play off ball pretty well, but I think you need more balance. I think you're gonna need a star down low like Embiid, but you just can't trust Embiid.
Yeah, I've watched 2 small guard playoff ball my whole life, and CJ and Dame, and it's bro, it just does not work. Yep. It just does not work. You need your best player to be someone who can use the reason why it doesn't work is because there's never a physical advantage. It's basically all skill. But it's if you have someone who's big and more skilled, then it's now you have 2 advantages. You have a skill advantage and now you have a size advantage. Yep. So it's you can use that more. You can use that in more options. There's more chances to win games besides just hit more step back tween threes. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's that's the whole thing. And I feel teams are kind of realizing that. And I'm just very happy we have Denny now, who's a 6'9" forward guard who's uses his size and strength and his skill. You have guys like Shea, He's a 6'6" guard. He uses his size. You have guys like Wemby, obviously. You have guys like Jokic. It's like all these, the best players being big is like, it's huge. Like I don't know when the last time the last time I think we had a small guard lead a team was Curry.
Yep.
And he's an exception
He's
in
Curry.
my opinion.
Yeah. No, he's definitely the exception, not the rule.
So, but yeah, that's really all I had. But
Yep,
I'm
that's all I got
excited, dude. I'm so excited for the
Yeah, it's gonna be
playoffs,
fun.
bro.
It's gonna be fun.
We need to do a playoff pods,
Yeah, for sure.
hella playoff pods. But all right, guys, thank you for listening all the way through if you did, and we'll catch y'all